Hola, ¿cómo están? Welcome to my channel, Hooked on Spanish. We're going to learn today about the reflexive pronouns and where do they go in a sentence. Reflexive pronouns, me, te, se, nos, os, and se. Stay with me and you will learn. We are going to start with the sentences from the present perfect. That's the lesson for last week, lesson 19. Let me remind you how do we build the present perfect. Remember, the present perfect is built with haber plus a past participle. And haber in present tense is yo he, tú has, él ha, nosotros hemos, vosotros habéis, ellos han. Let me remind you also how do we build the past participle. The AR infinitives, we take the AR out and we add ado. With the ER or IR infinitives, we take them out and we add ido. We also have irregular past participles that are from the group ER and IR, and we have to memorize them, but the endings will be to, so, and cho. Then we have 5 endings for past participles: ado, ido, to, so, and cho. Now, notice that all of them ends in an O. Is because they also work as an adjectives. Then if the adjective needs to be masculine, we keep the O, but if it needs to be feminine, we change the O's for an A. Then you can look and see if you find any word ending in ado, ido, to, so, cho, and you will know that it's either working as a past participle in one of the perfect tenses or as an adjective, and you do need to change the O for an A. Let's see the sentences in here. We have here for you to be able to see the reflexive pronouns and the conjugation of the verb haber. We're going to use lavarse. Lavarse is a reflexive verb and it means to wash oneself. I have the sentence here that is yo me he lavado la cara. I have washed my face. Now we get lavarse and it's an AR. Therefore, the past participle is going to be with ado, lavado. Now, what do we do with the SE? This is like a little flag when you look at verbs at the dictionary and you see verbs AR or IR that ends in an SE. It's like a little flag that says, I'm reflexive. That means you have to use the reflexive pronoun in the sentence. If the sentence is a present perfect tense sentence like this one, you do need to put the reflexive pronoun in front of the verb haber, because haber is the verb of the sentence. Lavado is a past participle. Now, you do have to conjugate everything with the pronoun that you are using, the personal pronoun. In this case is yo, and it will yo, me, and you have to graph e. Then yo me he lavado la cara. Now, notice now when we change the yo for tú. Then we go to tú, te. You have to graph the conjugation, is has. Tú te has lavado la cara. And we can keep going with él se ha lavado la cara. Nosotros nos hemos lavado la cara. Vosotros os habéis lavado la cara. Ellos se han lavado la cara. You can see how, as I change the subject pronoun, the reflexive pronoun will change and the verb will change, the conjugated verb, but lavado la cara or lavado stays the same. This does not change through the conjugation, because remember that rule that says this is a simple sentence, and the rule says in a simple sentence we can have only one conjugated verb. What it will be haber, and you can see here how it changes according to the subject. And lavado is not going to change. Lavado is considered a past participle. Let's go and see these two sentences in here. Yo me he levantado a las 8. Luego me he bañado. This is I got up at 8 and then I took a bath. He levantado. Levantado comes from levantarse. Okay, and here we have the AR, and the ending will be ado. Now we have the SE that tells you that it's reflexive, then we have to use the reflexive pronoun. Where did I tell you to place it? In front of haber, the E, right here. Yo me he levantado a las 8. Luego, then, me he bañado. Took a bath or a shower. We can use it in baño, bañado can be a bath or a shower. Bañarse is the infinitive. Again, it's an AR. The past participle is going to be bañado, and the reflexive pronoun me in front of the conjugated verb. Yo me he desayunado a las 9. Comes from desayunarse. It's an AR, desayunado. The verb haber, he y me in front. Y he salido para el trabajo a las 10. And I have left to work at 10. Now, salir is not reflexive in this case. Then we just say he salido because it's an IR. The ending will be for the past participle, ido. Now let's see in the present progressive tenses or the ing form tenses. Remember how we build this tense. If you don't remember, check lesson 8. That's where I explain the present progressive. Is estar in present tense plus this case is a present participle. And remember the present participles end in ando and in yendo. If it's an AR, you're going to add ando. You're going to take the AR out and put ando. If it's an ER or IR, you take the ER out and the IR and you add yendo. Those are called present participles that are the same as the ing words. And let's see. We have the present tense of the verb estar right here. We're going to use levantarse to get out of bed again. Okay. The infinitive ends in AR. Then it will be ando, the present participle. If we put it in a sentence, it will be yo me estoy levantando. Now notice again the reflexive pronoun is in front of the conjugated verb estoy. Now, with the present progressive, because the present participles accept reflexive pronouns at the end of them attached as a one word, then we can move it to the back. And then we can say, yo estoy levantándome. Now notice that is the same meaning. Yo me estoy levantando. Or you can say, yo estoy levantándome. We have another example in here. We change it to tú. Then tú te estás levantando. O tú estás levantándote. You see how come we can move them from the front of the conjugated verb to attach it to the ing word or the present participle. Let's see in fake future tense. And the fake future, that is I call it fake future, but it's the one that we make with the verb to go, eat, plus the preposition a, and plus the infinitive. If you don't remember this, I teach this tense in lesson 9. And you can look at the lesson if you don't remember. Now we have here the verb to go in present tense. Yo voy, tú vas, él va, nosotros vamos, vosotros vais, ellos van. It's gonna be ir in present tense plus a plus an infinitive. Okay, we have a reflexive infinitive again. Here, levantarse. Then is an AR. And the SE tells you that is reflexive. Now, if I use yo, the reflexive pronoun that I need is me. The conjugation for yo is voy. You can see it here in this chart, right? And it will be plus the a, and this stays as an infinitive. Es levantarme. Now, I can move the reflexive pronoun to the back of levantar and attach it to it and as a one word. And it will be yo voy a levantarme. Now with tú. Tú te vas a levantar. And if we move the reflexive pronoun to the back, it will be attached to levantar, and it will be tú vas a levantarte. Now let's try here with él. Él se, because the reflexive pronoun is se, él se va a levantar o él va a levantarse. Nosotros nos vamos a levantar o nosotros vamos a levantarnos. Vosotros os vais a levantar o vosotros vais a levantaros. Ellos se van a levantar or ellos van a levantarse. Now notice again that the conjugated verb is the verb to go, and levantar is going to stay levantar, 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 or it will have the reflexive pronoun attached to the end. Then it will sound a little different because it's AR plus the reflexive pronoun. Now let's see what really we learn in this lesson. We learned that the reflexive pronouns always can be placed in front of the conjugated verb of the sentence. The conjugated verb of the sentence. You can place the reflexive pronoun in there if you want. And when you move it to the back, it doesn't change the meaning. Now, when we use a past participle in a sentence, words that end in ado, ido, tos, ocho, remember those are ado, ido, tos, ocho, they are the endings for the past participles. You cannot attach to them a reflexive pronoun. Therefore, in the sentences, in the compound tenses, that are 7 compound tenses in Spanish that use the verb haber as an auxiliary verb, the reflexive pronoun has to be in front of the verb haber. The haber is the conjugated verb. You cannot attach reflexive pronouns to past participles. Now, when we use an infinitive in a sentence, those are the words that ends in AR, ER, and IR. You can attach to them a reflexive pronoun. Then you can put it in this kind of sentences that use auxiliary verbs with infinitives. Then you can put it in front of the conjugated verb, or you can attach the reflexive pronoun to the infinitives. Same happens with the present participle. The present participles are the ing words. Then you can put the reflexive pronouns in front of the conjugated verb also. You can move it to the back of the ing words, means to the back of ando and yendo as a one word. That means you can attach to them reflexive pronouns. Okay, I hope you learn a lot, and check my other lessons, and see you next time. To learn more about the Spanish Class Cafe, visit us at www.thespanishclasscafe.com. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to keep up with the lessons. Bye for now. Hasta luego.